What it do, everybody? It's your boy LOG from Where There's Smoke. It's been a minute. I always tend to put these off longer than I should, but wanted to get in here after the finals game and kind of give my thoughts on the No Kings protest and just kind of the protest overall, and then the huge news this week of Israel and Iran going at each other, and probably what looks like the beginning of World War III. So, per usual, let me check the audio and video, and then we'll get into it. So, hey, YouTube sounds good. Let's check out Rumble. Kind of the protest overall. Rumble sounds good. Kick. Kind of the protest overall. Rumble sounds good. Kick. Kind of the protest overall. Rumble sounds good. Kick. Kind of the protest overall. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Kick. Check. Kick. All right, cool. Rumble good. Hold on. Rumble check. All right, cool. Everything looks good. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, we good. Okay. So yeah, we might save that for the end. Uh, we'll start off with a Nick Shirley video that I saw the other day that was pretty good. I like reacting to his videos, so he had a little. It's about a 20-minute video. We might skip here and there, but we're gonna watch this. And he was out at the Trump No King parade, or he was at the Trump parade, but he also talked to some protesters that were against it for the No Kings protest. So we'll kind of start off in this, and then I'll kind of just let my. I've had some thoughts on this that I've been talking to friends and stuff about, but as it kind of comes up and I'm reminded by different videos and different stuff, I'll kind of get my thoughts flowing. But let's go ahead and start off with this video, and let me put it up on the screen for y'all. And I'm eager to know what y'all think about all this. Don't be afraid to get in the chat and let me know what y'all think. Am I? Oh my goodness. Hold on. For some reason, I'm not signed into the Rumble chat. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. All right, cool. We signed into the chats, and let me put this video on screen for y'all. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's get into it.
Parade will include equipment from all of the Army's major operations over time.
I intend to get arrested.
Really? You intend
Yes.
to get arrested? Why so?
If I get arrested, that gives me the biggest megaphone in the world.
Right here, we have a counter protester here.
The white liberal in a sweater.
Today, we're here in Washington, DC. Right here is where the 250-year military parade is going to be taking place. It's also the 79th birthday of Donald Trump. And right here is where Donald Trump will be standing during the parade. You can see the bulletproof glass that is set right there. We're going to be showing you guys the preparations that are taking place, the protests that are going to be happening during the parade, as over 1,900 protests are going to be taking place across America called the No Kings protest. We're showing you guys during the parade and after, giving you guys exclusive access to this parade. We have not had a parade like this in the United States in the past 30 years or so. People are wondering what the military is going to be bringing out. Let's get into it and talk about what's going to be happening here in Washington, D.C. The parade's going to take place here on Constitution Avenue, and there's going to be around 6,000 troops, 150 military vehicles, from tanks to Bradley and Stryker vehicles, and over 50 military flyovers here. And there's also some things that are a little controversial about this parade, as they're spending upwards of $25 to $45 million. People have also compared this parade to something like North Korea, as they also have their military parades and whatnot. The United States hasn't shown off their military equipment like this, like I said, in nearly 30 years or so. People are going to be seeing vehicles that they've never seen in their entire life. But now let's go see some of the equipment that they're going to be showing off here during the parade. This right here is one of the 150 military tanks they're going to have on display for the parade. The parade's going to be going on for almost...
I can see why people that believe in Trump and the right are somewhat fooled, and I'm trying to think of a good example of why they shouldn't be, and maybe I'll think of one later, but like there's enough to go around. Like, man, for one, I always try to do this just to refresh people's minds and keep them, kind of just push the idea that, the left is fucked, the right is fucked. We need to aim for better as a people and get together for something better. And even if it's not about, it would be good if we could get together, but even as an individual, you should want better for yourself and realize that, like, there's plenty of arguments why the left is fucked. But like for the right, if you're Trump and you're saying you believe in Jesus and you're a Christian, and then you can't name one Bible verse and you're selling Bibles, that right there should be enough for you to be like, okay, this guy's like a grifter and like a fake. So anyway.
Almost nearly a mile here in Washington, D.C. Right here we have a counter.
I say that because I do like Shirley and kind of what he does, and him getting out on the I was gonna say the beat path. I don't know if that's the right phrasing, but getting out amongst the people and doing the interviews and doing the hard work. I appreciate that, but I think I'm pretty sure he does lean right. And just kind of for anyone who leans right and still believes in Trump, there's plenty to go around to why you shouldn't really trust him or put your faith in him or look up to him as a leader. But that's one right off the bat. If you're going to say you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, but you can't name one Bible verse, and then you're selling Bibles for your own greasy profit, like that should be a huge red flag for you.
Protester for the parade right here. We're going to go talk to him right now. Are you in support of the parade?
And the way he just got straight handled by Fauci during COVID, and then like he was ready to talk all that shit about Fauci once it didn't matter anymore. But like during COVID, when Fauci was basically setting the rules for us on what we could do, or a big part of that, Trump had like just let it happen. And he really let us, and he himself got worked during COVID. So that's another kind of thing.
Or against the parade?
I'm here for America and the American society, which is at risk because of the militarization of the police and the militarization of everything.
So what made you want to come out here and put this sign out here on the tank today?
I think this is a very apt image of American democracy in 2025.
And do you feel like Trump's a king?
No, but I think he's a despot and he's an autocrat and he's grabbing power. And there's...
He's still your daddy, though. Woo! Whoever said that, he's your fucking daddy. Come on now. I know when I watched this the first time, and I wish I would have watched this the first time here with y'all, I get into a bad habit of watching videos, and then I see that they're gold, and then I want to react to them here with y'all. But it'd be better, I always say this, if I could react to them the first time here with y'all, so y'all get my initial reaction. But when I first watched this, and my first initial reaction is like, whoever said that, he's still your daddy, though. It's like, bitch, he's your daddy. And I know that's the classic, I'm not, you are, I know or what is it? I know I am, but what are you? Or some like little kid response, like, I'm not, but you are. Like, no, I'm not stupid. You're stupid. It's just like a little kid thing, but it's like, dude, if you think Trump is, he owned this guy with a little quick snide remark, but it's like, if you still look up to Trump, bitch, he's your daddy. So it was still hilarious. Let me go back.
Democracy in 2025.
And do you feel like Trump's a king?
No, but I think he's a despot and he's an autocrat and he's...
What is a despot? Let's see. Despot. I don't know if that's a real word. I'm not spelling it right. If anyone in the chat knows, or if y'all see it on the rebroadcast and y'all know, let me know what a despot is.
Grabbing power, and maybe he is, but there's checks and balances in the
He's
United
still your
States. Are
daddy?
supposed to be so.
So out here we have a lot of stuff on display. We have a tank right there, and then what do we have right here?
So this is a M119 Alpha 3 howitzer. It's a 105.
And what's the purpose of this right here?
We shoot.
And what kind of
Okay, could that chick have been more botted? We shoot? It's like, okay. No shit, dumbass. What the fuck? Like, that was just such the botted basic bitch army answer. It's like, what does it shoot? Like, no shit. We shoot? It's like, okay. How many fucking army dudes have you fucked this week, dumbass? Like, you could say, oh, it's an anti-aircraft thing. I mean, I know I sound stupid too, but like, is it for tanks or anti-aircraft or like we shoot? It's like, okay, thanks, Becky.
kind of equipment can we expect to see come through here for the parade?
The parade will include equipment from all of the Army's major operations over time, spanning from the Revolutionary War to include historic uniforms, horses, etc., all the way through future efforts to develop technology and equipment.
What made you want to join the military and be part of the Army?
Okay, what the fuck is... I've always hated these hats. Even when I was a little kid, I hated these hats. But why does this bot have a hat covering his fucking eye where he can't even see? He thinks he's a fucking pirate? And I feel sorry for this guy, but this dude is a... Like, you can just tell that... Like, I don't know for sure. But my impression of this guy is that he joined the Army because he didn't have anything better to do, and he almost just like got brainwashed a little bit into joining. Like, I feel like this guy's gonna look up in 5 or 10 years and be like, he might love it and enjoy the fact that he joined the Army, but I feel like this guy might look up in 5 or 10 years and be like, I kind of regret it. Like, this guy just seems like so botted.
I just wanted to serve my country. Like, I take real pride in
I just want to share my country. Oh, dude.
this nation, and whatever it takes me to do, that's my job.
And what does it mean?
Whatever it takes me to do. I mean, he thinks he's the hardest Army bot. Whatever they need, I'll do. This guy could almost be talking to killing his own mother. That's how much of a fucking bot he is.
Do you be part of the Army?
Be part of a family, a community, a team that
They don't give a fuck about you, son. You will be the first one on the front lines to be fucked. I mean, man, I know there's necessity for us to have the Army and us to have armed forces to defend ourselves and etc. But the way it is now and the way they have this hoorah, like lame ass, like, and I'm usually the one that's going to talk people away from like toxic masculinity being a thing and that sort of thing. But like the Army, like you can make the argument that they still have some toxic traits and toxic masculinity, if that's even a thing. And like this guy just seems so uninformed and like so inexperienced. It's like you don't even have any like flavor of life to know what the fuck you're signing up for. You're just like, I'm here and it's good and family. I'll do it. I'm here to share for my country. It's like you're so retarded. You have a hat covering your eye.
works together and get the mission done, whatever that is.
How old are you?
Get the mission done, whatever that is. Whether it's attacking our own people or killing other people, killing innocents, I'll do whatever it takes.
I'm 19 years old.
And what made you want to go from high school straight into the military?
No options, no smarts, no intelligent, no life experience.
I looked at the aspect of it and seen
I knew if I got any other kind of job, I was gonna be fucked.
like what great things I could do if I decided to join the military.
Right now with this parade,
Check back in 10 years and see what great things you did, bitch.
it's also going to cause over 1,900 counter-protests. What do you think that says about the current state of America right now, with people celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Army and then also people saying Trump's a king?
They can protest because I gave them the right to protest.
Oh yeah, you're such a big man. It's all on you. I gave them, I fought for the right for them to protest. How about everyone's just a free individual human being and they can do whatever the fuck they want? How about God gave them the right to protest? It's like the people in the army, sometimes they get this thing of like, oh, I gave you the right to protest. I gave you the right to exist. I gave you the right to fucking breathe. Without me, you would be nothing. It's like, okay, that's a little gross.
Now they have to protest peacefully. And what has happened and what we have seen is not peaceful.
We'll go and kill people all over the world whenever the fuck we want, but you have to protest peacefully, you little civilian.
At all.
What can we expect to see from this parade?
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of patriotism. You're going to see a lot of
This guy's coked up on his own ego, isn't he? Look at him. He's jacked.
military members that are so thrilled and overwhelmed with the honor of being able to participate in this birthday. Like, you're going to have the Golden Knights jumping in a military freefall event to land on the White House lawn.
To land on the... Can you even comprehend the amount of energy? And I mean, this guy's so fucking horny for himself in the army. Look at him. He can't express it how excited he is.
And overwhelmed with
He's
the
overwhelmed.
honor of being able to participate in this birthday. Like, you're going to have the Golden Knights jumping in a military freefall event to land on the White House lawn.
Who gives a fuck?
As they walk up the back of the stage to hand a flag to the President of the United States, to have the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense and the Commanding General, General George of the Army. And as he hands him that flag, 250 soldiers are going to be re-enlisting on the 250th birthday of the Army. So it's like, it's indescribable the amount of awesomeness.
You just described it, and it sounds lame as F.
That's part of that.
Here at the parade, we have tanks.
Give me a hot second. I'm going to go to the restroom. Give me like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back. I appreciate y'all's patience. Actually, while I'm gone, I'm going to put on the song that I was jamming earlier by my homie, Mac Al Pacino. Y'all go check him out. I'm going to let this play while I go to the restroom, and I'll be right back.
Look at the stars and the moon. Fam looked at the rocks and the spoon. Not Dwayne, but that doom. They keep bugging like it's June. While I'm making this tune, Kid Cudi hum, it illuminate my room. I sweep you up like a broom. Smoke shit down to a dude. Only coupe you ever been in was full of chickens. Niggas ride their homies dick. Like they with some bitches. Ayy, I'm grinding like a piston. Remember I was skipping, ayy, strumming on my Gibson. No dick, but you can call me Richard Nixon. Ayy, ooh, I got the vision. Look into my eyes, can't you see the glisten? Ayy, ooh, I know they staring. Pocket watching, yeah, you keep on glaring. Excuse my language, but fuck, I can't stop swearing. No time for comparing. Time Nick long collecting. See the devil in my reflection. Gun to get gun with this fucking Mac 11. Run first run, yeah, you better get the stepping. I'ma run you down in my Nike Cortez. If you ever did me wrong, start praying or begging. I'm finna get the sprain while y'all stay yelling. Your pussy look swelling, your pussy ass smelling. Back up with yeah, the bars get depressing. Crack my head, watch it pour out, rain stressing. Niggas is mad cause my flow keep progressing. I'll fuck the bitch flow from progressive. Smoke so much I feel congested. How you sleeping, you ain't even rested. I'm the man, see red and method.
All right, yeah, y'all go check out Mac Al Pacino. I've been jamming the song Spoons. It's a hit. And anyway, let's get back into it.
And we also have right here a striker. What's the difference between a striker and a tank?
So tanks are a lot bigger, and they're also tracked platforms. So the Army is kind of moving away from your tracked platforms and going to wheeled vehicles. So the striker is one of the more popular wheeled platforms that the Army is moving towards.
What kind of advantage would a striker have versus a tank?
So it's a little bit smaller. You can go at a lot faster speeds. It's a little bit lighter too, so it just allows you a lot more versatility on the battlefield.
And what kind of message do you think this parade gives to the rest of the world as we're going to be showing off a lot of our equipment here today?
So I think it shows how agile and how quickly we can, adapt to what the latest threats are out on the battlefield. Now, Stryker's been around for a really long time, and it's going to continue to be around for a really long time, but the threats that the Army's facing right now are brand new, and it shows how quickly the Army can adapt a Stryker to those kinds of threats and show that,
Real quick, this is a point that I've been thinking of lately, and as I said earlier, as things come up back to my mind and they flow, I'm gonna discuss them. Does anyone else think it's a coincidence? Well, I don't think it's a coincidence, but does anyone else find it interesting that we have the Trump and Elon conflict, which everyone damn near forgot about now? Then we have all these ICE protests. Then we have the kind of following in with that, but a little separate, was the No King protest, which happened right after that, which is part of this, and the Trump parade, which those kind of go together. So we have the Elon and Trump fallout, the ICE protest, the No King protest, which coincide with the big 250 birthday of the Army and Trump's 79th birthday. And then now we have Iran and Israel going at each other's necks. It's almost like this is something about that's not a coincidence. I always shout this guy out, and I watch his channel, and I recommend it highly. Pockets of the Future, the channel's the content creator on the channel's name is Paul. He'll talk about, or not all the time, but he brought up a thought the other day that I thought was interesting, and he was talking about sports, where sometimes when you're playing a sport, you'll have a day where you're just on more than normal, and you can't explain it, and you don't know why. And then he said some days, like, everybody's just a little bit more on, and they can't explain it. So there's something that we don't understand about, I know this sounds a little cheesy or whatever, but energy, and like sometimes it's just the right time for something, or there's things we still don't understand about the nature of our reality. And I think the people that do understand things, that run this fucking place, they understand that now, for whatever reason, is a good time for chaos. Chaos, I think they know, excels during this time. They could have done this kind of crazy stuff 2 months later, 2 months ago, but it's like right around now, they know that this is a prime time. And this is just my kind of thought. Kind of like Paul was saying, certain days are good for sports, certain days for either you or for everybody. This time period right now, this week or two or maybe month, is a good time for chaos. And the people that control the world and this system, they know that now is a good time for chaos, and they're pushing the green light on a bunch of chaotic shit. So y'all let me know. I don't know if that came out as good as it could have, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that, and y'all let me know if y'all think it's a coincidence or not, which I don't think it is, that all this chaotic shit is happening all at the same time. So, or if y'all have any kind of other thoughts kind of related to that, y'all let me know.
We can face what's out there with what we have.
And what are some of those threats that are brand new?
So we're seeing the use of, a commercial drone that I can go out and buy at Best Buy right now, being used on the battlefield to decimate the lives of innocent people. So this can see these threats coming at 10 kilometers away and eliminate them before they become those threats.
And what does it mean to you to have this parade here in Washington, D.C.?
It means a lot to me. Maybe people can come out and see what the military is all about. I mean, it's been around 250 years.
Right now we're about to head over to one of the counter protests, the No Kings protest. Yeah. Why do you think so many people are protesting? Meanwhile, they're going to be celebrating the military here today.
Some people just ain't very bright. I mean,
yeah, including you.
No, that's all I can say. If they would have served, they'd have a different tune. If they'd had anybody killed, they would have had a different tune.
The MAGA man out here.
Oh no, these guys are a treat.
Trump for king. We're not MAGA, we're king.
You're king.
This guy's trying to suck Trump up from the back. We're not MAGA, we're king. You're a peasant, sir.
King Trump. Here they're making Trump for king.
I mean, so am I, just to be clear, but this is just freaking gross and hilarious at the same time. Look at this guy in the red. He's going to shake their hands. Oh, you guys are patriots. Trump's my king. It's so gross.
So, Trump for king. They don't play by the rules. We don't play by the rules. They
don't play by the rules. We don't play by the rules. They're faggots. We're faggots. It's like, like, they kill. We kill. They fuck babies. We fuck babies. Pause, YouTube. Sorry, but it's like, how low are you? Like, it's almost like the classic Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. It's like, okay, that's not true. But it's like, a lot of these Trump supporters claim to be Christians or claim to want to be on the, or if not that, they claim to want to be on the side of the righteous and that they're the ones in the right. If someone else is just going to be evil and go as low as they can go, that means you're just going to match them. That is the most retarded, stupid idea. Maybe I went a little far with my example earlier. I didn't mean to offend anybody, but like, that's stupid. That is a stupid way to be. Like, that's tit for tat. That's retarded.
They don't respect the Constitution. We don't
respect the Constitution. You realize how much of a fucking bot you sound like? Go back.
You're king.
King Trump. Here they're making Trump for king. Trump for king. They don't play by the rules. We don't play by the rules. They don't respect the Constitution. We don't respect the Constitution. It's time to play on a level playing field. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is King Trump.
There's a new sheriff in town. Oh my Lord.
Trump. So that's my message.
You know what's sad? If these people believed in God and like, I used to think it was like believing in yourself, but if it's a combination of both. But if you really believe in God and have some belief that you're doing the right thing and that you're trying to change and become a better person and serve God and be the best you can be, however you view that, you wouldn't be sucking Trump off. That's retarded. That's retarded. Like, the idea that another human is above you is dumb. That's a dumb idea.
And they keep on talking about, oh,
I wish somebody would interview Shirley and ask him some like hard questions about what he really thinks about this kind of shit. Because he leans right, but like surely he does not agree with all this dumbass shit they're saying.
You're gonna make him king. Oh, 3 branches of government, legislative, the judges, the crazy leftist judges. Fine, they keep on making so much noise about King Trump. Fine, you know what? We're gonna make him king. Maybe tomorrow, June 14th, on his birthday, the Army birthday, maybe on Flag Day, we'll finally make him king. You know what? I'll take a king over a damn auto pen that nobody ever voted for in the first place. Where are those 81 million votes that Beijing Biden got?
Right here, we have a counter protester. Let's go talk to him.
He's a fucking lunatic. Look at him. He's in a mask.
He's a lunatic. To be fair, so are you.
Hey, it's over, genius. These fucking lunatics, white liberals.
Right here, we have a counter protester here.
Is that a counter percentage? He's just a guy. He's just a white liberal in a sweater and a K95.
Have you ever been outside the United States? Have you ever been in a uniform outside the United States?
Oh my God. This guy is such a bot in the red. I mean, they both are. Look at Shirley. Oh, I wish I could get this picture framed right here. This is a picture perfect. Look at Shirley's face. Oh, man.
States? No, I agree with it. Have you ever been in a uniform outside the United States? A military?
He's in his uniform now. Look. He's got the rainbow thing.
He doesn't have to be in the military.
He's got the mask.
Yeah, thanks.
He's got the
yeah,
rainbow
but the
thing.
thing about it is, though,
we all wear our own masks.
He don't
How about
need to
that?
be telling us because we've seen it. We know what other countries are like and everything. What do you think we've supported?
Like, there's not evil and terrible people here. We know what other countries are like. Yeah, it's like, I've never been to another country, so, you know, and I appreciate the freedoms we do have here, so I don't want to get on here and act like I'm an anti-American. I hate this country. I love this country. It's all I know. It's my home. But, you know, I'm here to criticize and push us to be better. And I want people to push me to be better. And I'm open to being proved wrong. I'm open to improving myself. I don't think I know everything. But, you know, people like this, I mean, sheesh.
And what does
Let me go
winning
back so I
look
can
like to you?
Shut up.
We all wear our own masks.
He
How
don't
about
need to
that?
be telling us because we've seen it. We know what other countries are like and everything. What do you think we've supported them?
And what does winning look like to you?
It means killing
That's a good question. Like, you win, but at what cost?
the enemy.
And kill.
What does winning look like to you? It's killing the enemy. It's like, yeah, like, I understand that, but like, you don't like other countries. Do you want winning to them would be killing all of us? So it's like it's kind of, you know, it's just negativity breeds negativity. You know,
Killing the enemy? Why?
Yeah, it's been going on for like 5,000
Shouldn't we
years.
try and be like Jesus?
it's a good point. Even though I think this guy on the left is a total bot as well. Like I mean, hey.
Are you an American? No, you're a Democrat.
No, you're a Democrat.
Nowadays, you're either an American or a Democrat. Guess what? Breaking news. There's no way to be both. You're either an
Oh my goodness.
American or a Democrat. There's no way to be both. That's the Democrat flag right there. Dirty,
Democrat
despicable, delusional, demented, dirty, nasty Pelosi demon rats.
Nasty Pelosi demon rats. Oh man. Like the people on the right aren't freaking the same exact thing. Come on, guy.
She's a
What is
filthy
right
animal,
about her?
and her
She's a filthy animal.
nephew is just as big of a dirtbag.
And right now,
Don't forget, during COVID, we were all in lockdown there, bud. Even in the right-wing states, we were all in lockdown. They were selling the same lie to everybody during COVID. Everybody got worked and fucked in the ass during COVID. It didn't matter if you were on the right. It didn't matter if you were on the left. 75 to 80% of people got at least one shot. Okay. We had the fucking lockdowns. They were pressuring everybody to get the goddamn vaccine. Everybody got fucked. If you didn't learn your lesson from that, you are a tool, sir. You are a tool.
now it's the day before the parade, and all of the protests are set to happen tomorrow. So let's get forward to tomorrow and go to the protest. But really quick, before we get into the protest, I need to tell you guys the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. And what Opus and brand, or go to Opus.
And we will never cower to you, Donald Trump, or any of your fascist followers.
What do you guys think about the military parade that's going to take place here today?
I think it's a big waste of money. I think if they want to save money in the government, they shouldn't be ruining our roads with the military parade and have to build them up again.
I agree with that, actually.
It says, who loves military parades? Fascists and dictators.
Do you think it's time for the United States to do a parade like this? It hasn't happened in nearly 30 years.
No. These are parades that you usually...
It's just kind of like dumb. I agree with this lady. I probably don't agree with like most of her ideals, but I agree with what she's saying here. Sensible type of things. You're going to spend 25 to 45 million or whatever it is, which is a waste of fucking money. You're going to tear up the roads. And 3, do you really think that they're showing us the high-tech shit that they're really going to fucking use when the war pops off, if it's going to pop off like in a week or at the end of this week? Do you think the real high-tech shit they're going to fucking show us? The fuck no, they're not. They got to keep it private, which I understand. I understand, you know, that could be a debate over whether war is good and is a necessary evil and whether it's avoidable. That's a good topic of debate. But let's just say, for the sake of what I'm saying right now, it is a necessary evil. They're not going to show you the best shit. They got to keep it a secret, which I understand. Like, so I think she would agree with this. They're not going to, this military parade is just like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like it's a show in every alternate meaning of the word. Where like, they're not really showing you the new high-tech best shit they have out. They got to save that. So they're just showing you, it's like a dog and pony show. You know what I mean?
We see where there's military dictatorships, or in Russia or in North Korea. I don't think we need it here.
Do you think it's a coincidence that it lines up?
Woo! Trump's not a king. Woo! You know, all these people out here that are wasting their fucking time are giving Trump way too much credit and way too much power. Like, if you really want to make a change, why don't you, like, actually organize something that would be effective instead of just standing out on the lawn somewhere with a sign going, woo! We all agree. We all agree. Okay, you all agree, but are y'all, and this is the crux of what I want this whole video to be about. Are any of these people out here really changing anyone's mind? And that's what I kind of want to do a large part of here at this channel, is change people's minds. But I've had conversations with many people, and I've come to realize, and maybe I kind of already knew it, but maybe not, but fully realize over the past 6 months, it's so fucking hard to change people's minds. It's damn near impossible. So these people out here on this lawn, they're all just agreeing with each other and circle jerking each other more. They're not changing anyone's mind. No one's mind was changed out here. So that's another good topic I'd love to debate and discuss with somebody, is what's the most effective way to change people's mind? And is it even possible? And is that even your job to do? So those are very interesting topics to me, very important things that I think would be good to discuss. And I excuse me, getting to mumbling there, or like a stuttering. I am for open dialogue and discussion. I think we need more of that in this country. That's what I also try to do here at this channel. I need to have more guests on, but I think open dialogue where people don't shut down because they get butthurt or get offended, and we can actually discuss topics, then maybe people can change their mind. But the key to that is both parties have to be open to it already, and most people are not open to have their mind changed. They think they know fucking everything. They think they know best, and people really need to, as Andrew Cuomo said, although he's a fucking idiot, no ego, no ego. We need to lose the fucking ego. We need to lose the pride. And we need to fucking have open dialogue. And then maybe we can have discussions on how we can fix certain things that I think I think most people can find a lot of common ground. Maybe not with everything, but I think we all want good roads. We want good education. We want good health care. We don't want to be fucking lied to anymore. I think we don't want to fight unnecessary wars, which I think most people would agree most wars are unnecessary. I think we all kind of want a lot of the same shit. If we would fucking settle down, not get emotional, have some good fucking dialogue, be open to having our minds changed and come at it in a loving way, I think a lot could change. But people are not interested in that. They want to dig in their heels with what they fucking believe, and they want someone that they can hate and say, you're an idiot, you're the bad guy, that's who we can kill, or that's who we can hate. And, you know, I'm doing what I can. I'm open to having my mind changed. I'm open to having the discussion, but I'm also not going to force it or try more and more not to force it, because I don't want to do more damage than good. But anyway, let's continue with this video, and then we have a couple other videos, and we'll just kind of see if anyone has any ideas or thoughts. Jump in the chat as always and tell me how dumb I am, or if you agree or have your own thoughts about it. Love to hear from y'all. But we'll finish out this video, and then there's a couple more I have, and we'll kind of, I mean, we still got a ways. How long have I been going? Doesn't really matter, but just for shits and gigs. We've been going about 35 minutes, so we'll probably go like maybe an hour, hour and 30, but let's continue.
On Donald Trump's birthday?
No.
And if you could give a message to Donald Trump and the rest of the people across America, what would you say to them?
That it is immigrants and our diversity that makes America great. And I'm happy that we have an army that can protect us, but it doesn't need to be in our streets.
And like I said, I probably don't agree with a lot of that woman's points of view, maybe, but she actually made a lot of good, sensible points during that little interview, and that's probably the most sensible person we'll see during this whole video. So, shout out to her.
What brings you out here today?
We're here to speak up against fascism and support democracy.
What makes him a fascist, do you think?
He makes me see, finally, to understand what happened in Germany when Hitler came to power, how it was possible for someone like that to do everything he did, and now that's happening here with disappearing people without due process, with ordering a military parade, and we can't let this happen here.
We got it.
To that point, I heard someone say probably a week or two ago, if someone comes into the country without due process, should they really have due process on the way out? That's an interesting thought. And also, I saw someone say this recently, I think on social media, you know, we don't look this fucking hard for the missing kids. And let me look up the stat of how many kids go missing every year. And no one, I mean, people care, but like the government doesn't seem to give a fuck about that. And there's no large push to like find out where all these missing kids go. So it's like, are we really focusing on the right shit? You know, we have homeless people and veterans that aren't getting the health care they need. Like people that actually, like I said, war and the military might be a necessary evil. When we have veterans that do put their life on the line and they come home injured, they're not taken care of. But we can blow 25 to 45 million on a fucking parade that just is like jacking off on the curtain. It's like, dude, what? Like, we have problems in this country, but we're gonna have a parade where we just blow money and piss money off. Let me see how many children go missing every year. Let's see. How many children go missing in the U.S. every year? Approximately 460,000 children. So almost 500,000 go missing in the United States every year. And I think, again, like I was saying earlier, there's several things that I think every American could agree on. I listed about 4 or 5 of them. That's yet one more. I think nobody wants to see missing kids go missing. Let's put some fucking resources and money behind that. And how much, and before I forget, this will be prevalent when I kind of switch over from the protest over to the war, which is, I know, the main topic of the video and the more prevalent thing at this point, but there's so much happening this last week, it's kind of insane. But we'll probably hop on that after this video. We got about 10 more minutes. But said all that to say, I want to know how much we're giving in foreign aid, or I guess foreign aid to Israel every year, which I think that'd be another good topic to see how many people are in favor of that or not. But I think that's the thing that we probably, a lot of people would probably not support when we have so many problems at home. So let's see. How much money does the U.S. give Israel every year? We give them $3.8 billion per year. That is fucking insane. That is insane. And it says since October 7th conflict, there have been substantial increases in aid, which figures like $17.9 billion approved in 1 year. That is insane. Literally, that's crazy.
The military parade going on, and we have this protest going on here. What do you think is causing the divide here in the United States?
Trump. No, he's
Here's the thing. Trump can't divide us if we don't let him. If all the people were united, he could be the biggest fool ever. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. If we were all united and we didn't give a fuck, it wouldn't matter. So many people are giving him power that he shouldn't have. Trump, it's easy. Trump divided us. That's retarded. Now, is he increasing the division and stuff like that, inflaming the division? Yeah, but you can't. Trump can't put hate in your hearts. Trump can't put the. He can add to it, but people already had ego and pride and hate before Trump ever became the president. So can he increase it? Probably, if you let him. But he's not Superman. So,
He's abrogating the Constitution of the United States. He's using the military as his show ponies. He calls them losers and suckers. He dodged the draft himself. He refused to serve. He made fun of POWs, and then he dares to use them as his birthday party.
That was one of those things that came out on the news, but then it was denied, and it's one of those things where it's hard to know even what is true and what to believe anymore. But I wouldn't find that impossible to believe that he made fun of them. So anyway,
Celebrants? This is absolutely wrong. He's abrogating the Constitution on every single level that could possibly be done, especially First Amendment. When he threatened extreme force, if we came out today, I decided I'm coming out. I intend to get arrested.
Really? You intend to get arrested? Why so?
Why? Because if he's coming at anyone, let him come at me.
And what are you going to do to get arrested?
Nothing. I'm doing what I do. I'm protesting as an American citizen.
You think you're going to get arrested today?
He promised. If I get arrested, that gives me the biggest megaphone in the world.
Shirley kind of like that.
So that's a part of the plan then.
Yes. So, no, let him come. Let him come after us. Let him come after the regular American citizen.
What brings you guys out here today?
Hey, you don't talk to this guy. He's not here to help. He's not here to help.
My name's Nick Shirley.
Don't talk to this gentleman.
I'm just talking to people, sir. Haven't caused any issues here. My name's Nick Shirley.
And who are you with? Why are you doing this?
With Nick Shirley.
Clearly you're not here if you can't give more information.
What? My name's Nick Shirley. I work for Nick Shirley. Literally.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Have a good one. All right, you guys. What's going on? Thank you for the bird. He's following me now.
He's talking. He's a loser.
Dude, I was just talking to him, and now he's calling me a loser for no reason. What's maggot or maggots?
Talk to this gentleman.
Get him out of here.
How am I a racist? How am I a racist? Say it.
This guy's such a pussy. Look at him. He thinks he did something. He's a racist. He's a racist. Let me just throw a label on him so that it discredits him and makes everyone around him hate him. He's a racist. Sir, you with the rainbow hat, you are a fucking pussy. But to be fair, so are the MAGA dudes with the king talk earlier. So there's enough retards to go around on both sides.
Say it. You just can't make a claim like that and say I'm a racist. Say it.
Fuck off.
You F off. You're gonna be the one following me around.
Fuck off.
You know what I mean? If I'm a racist, what makes me a racist?
No evidence, just a rainbow thing on his head. He's such a loser.
I got a mask on.
Yeah. If I'm a racist, what makes me a racist?
Look at how proud he is too. Oh, you're such a hero, guy. You're the regular Captain America.
Because you obviously can't say, well, I'm a racist because I'm not one. Or what do you think about the contrast?
You don't have to talk to this gentleman if you don't want to.
Huh?
He's not here to help. You don't have to talk to this gentleman if you don't want to.
Oh, but you two guys, Batman and Robin here, they're here to help. He's not here to help. But you are. You're helping everything. A lot of minds were changed by these guys. Oh,
what do you think it
man.
says about America right now? We have a parade and what? Now they're yelling.
The hypocrisy is off the charts. What did Don Lemon say? The hypocrisy is off the charts. And it's, oh man, I'm gonna have to pull that up. What did he say? Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that. And it's disgusting. No, not disgusting. What did he say? God dang it, I need that now. Oh no, I just saw it the other day. And it's sickening. That's what he said. And it's sickening. Oh, that's my little treat. Oh, come on, YouTube. What are you doing? I feel like the cat guy.
And it's not like it's the first time.
I'm not gonna watch this whole video. When did he say it? Gosh dog it. I need to say it. I need to have this on a quick okay, it's right here. Good, good, good. I need this on the quick. I don't even know what term I'm trying to use, but I need this on the I need this holstered, let's just say.
They're all about criticizing President Joe Biden for leaving Americans and allies behind.
Oh my God, what?
Set all of this in motion in the first place. The hypocrisy
There it is.
is off the charts. And it is sickening.
Oh man, I don't know why I love that so much. One more time.
The one who set all of this in motion in the first place. The hypocrisy is off the charts. And it is sickening.
Oh, that is my treat. All right.
86-47.
The hypocrisy is off the charts and it's sickening.
What does 86-47 mean?
It means dump Trump.
This guy's still on the Black Lives Matter train? Come on, guy.
Like by death?
No, not by death. Now, nobody said anything about death. Like when you ball up trash and throw it in the garbage can. That's what 86-47 means. Get rid of it.
All right, we're here at the protest now. Look at everyone's out here.
I would love to see Shirley interviewed, but I doubt he'll probably do one.
This is an anti-Trump and anti-parade protest going on right now.
We are in crisis. Trump must go down.
Look at the Statue of Liberty person behind him.
Let me tell you something. Trump has been hurting me and my
Trump has been hurting me.
People, and it's been going on for too long, and we won't be silent anymore. Trump must go now. As a young man, you have no future under this administration.
You think Trump's going to be king?
He wants to be. You know, he wants to be supreme ruler of the world. And this is just his first stop.
What do you think about the military parade?
Trump's gonna die before that happens, don't we think? I mean, come on, dude.
I think it's a waste of money.
Waste of money?
Totally waste of money.
This protest y'all are doing isn't a waste of y'all's energy or time, though. I mean, come on, dude. Whose mind are y'all changing?
That's actually why we came to Washington, D.C. to protest the parade.
What makes you want to come out here today?
Trump! My community.
You don't have to talk to this gentleman. He's not here now.
The guy with the vest is still harassing him. And they're going, move, 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 move. Oh my God, they're so botted.
Let me get a picture. This gentleman.
Why? Who are you?
Nick Shirley.
Yes, we're good buddies, and you're just keep following me around everywhere here today.
Over there. I was all the way over there.
I know, now you're following me back around.
Boo, you billionaires! Boo! Your parents hate you!
Your parents hate you.
Your country hates you!
Oh man, this is comedy for me. I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I am.
Fuck you, billionaires!
And now we've made it here into the parade. We've left the protest, and just to come in here into the parade, you got to go through Secret Service. And there's more than 10 miles of fencing across Washington, D.C. to make sure they can monitor who goes in and out of the parade. The fun fact about the parade is that this event here in Washington, D.C., the 250th anniversary of the Army, was planned 2 years ago. However, Donald Trump just added on the parade, and this is the first.
He just added on his birthday to it. Of course he did.
First time they've celebrated a military like this in the 21st century. This is an event like they've never done in these past literally 30 years. And right now the parade's about to start. They're going to start from the west and head towards east, towards the Capitol building. And we're going to be front row for this parade, and we'll see what it looks like. Here we go. The first troops are coming through here right now. You have the Army band coming through. And man, there are a lot of troops coming through. And all the way back there, they have it as well. And as these troops walk past, you can see the evolution of the uniforms from the old times to now the modern times. It does kind of make you feel very patriotic here, seeing this as these people have fought, and you think about the people that fought in the past for our country, and now you can see it all the way up to present day.
How about having new innovative minds that have new fresh ideas? That would make me feel patriotic. Not necessarily this, but you know.
Here in their current uniforms that they currently wear. It's crazy to look at some of these older vehicles that used to be used to fight wars, to think that those were the vehicles we used back in the day to make America America. It's actually crazy to think that that is what helped protect our country back in the day. These are the most up-to-date tanks right here. You can see how large the cannons are, the snipers on top, the person at the bottom.
I don't really care.
Situation that's ongoing.
Don't
Right?
really
And so
care. Don't really care.
you're covered.
Don't really
Like, hey,
care. Don't really care.
79th birthday.
All right, I think that's
It's
all from
great.
this. All right. God brainwashing his son. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Trump warning moments.
What do we want to watch about the? I don't know why I had the Little Wayne thing pulled up.
No. Let's go.
Let's see what this guy has. Center, saying the center. Somewhat of a red pill guy, but he had an interesting video the other day about the war and an interesting kind of a. Not the red pill as in the manosphere, but like the typical Matrix red pill type of view. He had some kind of just not like a mainstream take on it. So let's see what he had to say.
Go ahead and look at what CNN propagandists have to say. There will be much to learn. Please do pay attention.
We just got a statement from Defense Minister Israel Katz, who says, and I want to read this in full here. He says, following the state of Israel's preemptive strike against Iran, a missile and drone attack against the state of
Preemptive. So it's not an attack. It's a preemptive attack. So they're trying to dress it up as actual defense when it is an aggression. Then they go immediately from the Israel attack part to starting to talk about an Iran attack, which would really be a response. It would be a retaliation. It would be a defense, but instead they call it an attack. And they start dreaming up what that is and talking about that when that's not the news. That's the future. That hasn't happened. So it's very strategic.
Israel Katz, who says, and I want to read this in full here. He says, following the state of Israel's preemptive strike against Iran.
Yeah, preemptive strike. You mean the first attack?
A missile and drone attack against the state of Israel and its civilian population is expected.
And its civilian population. They didn't note who or what they attacked in Iran. And then they've already created a narrative that Iran will reply. And of course they have to, duh. But it states that Iran will attack civilians. Well, what's the strategic advantage in attacking civilians? Wouldn't you want to destroy Israel's capacity so that they can't continue bombarding you? So that doesn't actually make logical sense. Even if they were truly evil people, it's not even strategic to attack civilians in Israel. So why does Israel make this claim? Well, they make this claim to gain sympathy because, as has been said many years ago, the
There's
Zionists
a huge sympathy victim train going on to get our support for Israel going on. It's kind of weird. Very
attempted
weird.
to corner the market on sympathy.
In the immediate future.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but the Zionist people in Israel, they have the biggest victim card running in the game right now. You can't talk about them, can't question them. They're the biggest victims in the game right now. And it's been that way probably for the last 5 to 10 years, if not more.
Important parts to that sentence there. First, the defense minister is acknowledging that Israel has carried out what he calls a preemptive strike against Iran. This is what we've been looking
I
for.
want you all to track that language over different media outlets. Preemptive strike. They don't even want to use the word attack. It's a preemptive strike. Track
Yeah.
that language over different media outlets.
Over the course of the past days, and frankly, something the U.S. has been tracking for several weeks now, the possibility that Israel will carry out a strike against Iran. There are some social media reports of explosions happening in Tehran. Unclear what the targets are of those. There's still a lot more information we need there.
Now, that is curious. It's unclear what the targets are, yet you're reading a statement from Israel who's acknowledging that they have attacked, but they didn't state what or who
Targets, right.
or really why they attacked. They call it
Yeah.
preemptive, but it wasn't necessary because Iran has not been an aggressor. So also, isn't Iran in discussions for peace and limiting their nuclear program, which is completely stupid. And it just shows how weak Iran is to even engage such a conversation. Just imagine, that's like you having a neighbor. So you're in your house and you say, you know what, I'm not going to use any air conditioning in my house. And I'm going to go over to the neighbors and tell them that they can't run their AC either.
Yeah.
Extraordinary. It's not even a conversation that a self-respecting country would
Yeah, it's retarded. It is.
have unless they were weak.
But Israel's defense minister has acknowledged that they have carried out strikes against Iran. The first time in months that we have seen direct Israeli action against targets in Tehran. Again, unclear what those targets are, whether it's Iranian nuclear facilities or other that Homefront Command has. The population here is expected to, here in Jerusalem, Homefront Command is missile and drone attack incoming following Israel's strikes against Iran. I will also read a statement we've gotten from Israel's military, the Israel Defense Forces, that says, following the situation.
I also want to see if at any point he reads any statements from Iran. Just curious.
Situational assessment, it was determined that as of today at 3 a.m, immediate changes will be made to the Homefront Command guidelines. Will have reverberations across the region.
Look at Anderson Cooper. He's focusing hard to get all this in. He's a fucking loser. CIA baby, CIA asset loser.
From this moment, from the impact of what's happening right now. We will certainly wait to see, Anderson, what more we learn about the strikes themselves, as, of course, we wait to see in anticipation of what happens where we are in Jerusalem and across the country here.
Okay, so he's in Jerusalem, and he's not reporting anything that Iran has said.
Israel, but those were more in response to strikes from Iran. Do you know any response from Israel?
Wait, let's listen to what this American has to say. Interesting nose on him.
Of what happens where we are in Jerusalem and across the country here.
Or we, as you said, we have seen strikes in the past from Israel, but those were more in response to strikes from Iran.
So that was a blatant lie. And this can almost get you angry. If you actually know the history, the recent history in this case, it almost gets you angry at how much of a blatant, unadulterated lie just came out of that man's mouth. Anderson Cooper is clearly controlled by Israel. And it just makes you wonder, like, what kind of dirt do they have on him? I don't think they have dirt on him because he engages in homosexuality. So what more dirt could you put on someone? He says that publicly. But I think it's really a matter of economics, and money controls a great many people. And the fact of the matter is, Israel has not received any attack direct from Iran as initial gambit, meaning an opening strike. Israel has been the nation state that has struck directly, and it's been at Iran, and it's been several times, and it was always as the aggressor. Not only at Iran, they've even struck at Iran's military brass in other countries when they were having meetings in Syria and various other places. So this is a complete lie, and it's really despicable to hear something like that.
Do you know anything about, I mean, and the targeting of that seemed very precise to my memory the last time. This seems different now.
It does, and it depends. It was what we're looking to make, not only what was scaled back by Israel about the negotiations, according to a source from
bringing CNN's senior.
We have reached out, but I will tell you that I talked to a number of White House officials who seem to be on heightened alert that this could come tonight. I was told this was going around the building. The State Department, Department of Defense had started to.
You see, I said pay attention to that language. You see right there, it says preemptive strikes. They're not attacks. They're preemptive strikes. Pay attention to that. You see, with propaganda, the key for it to penetrate your weak mind is for them to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, and twist the truth into a dizzy lie until you eventually accept it.
Remove any non-essential personnel from the Mideast region. And as Oren said, one of the things we've been focusing on so intently is these talks, the 6th round of talks, allow them to not enrich uranium. Remember, this has really been the sticking point. We did report a few weeks ago that in the last.
And another thing, and I want you guys to tell me if you've heard this before. We know that the media and the government is lying to us about really everything. For example, we hear a lot of commentators, including Bibi Netanyahu himself, say,
I can't stand
we have to stop Iran. They're a week away from being able to make a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, he keeps saying that. They're a week. Iran is weeks away from a nuclear power. We must. Iran cannot have nuclear.
They were saying that years ago. Kid you not. And years ago, they kept repeating it. They're a week away. They're 5 days away. They're 2 weeks away. They're a month away. The time apparently never came, but they kept.
It will be Israel today and New York tomorrow. It's like, okay, dude.
Saying that to create a sense of urgency that it's okay to hurt these people. It's okay to attack these people because if we don't, and we got to do it now, because if we don't, they'll have capacity. No.
Last talks, Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff had presented a proposal that allowed Iran to enrich a little bit of uranium. Shortly afterwards, Donald Trump posted that Iran could not enrich any uranium, could not have any semblance of a nuclear program, which then threw this idea.
Okay, so such a nuclear program would include the production of, or the use of nuclear energy. So for electricity. And I do believe the Russians were the ones who have provided for the one and only nuclear energy plant in Iran. So also America is looking to increase their usage of nuclear capacity for, energy, civilian usage. So why is it that a country as powerful as ours has a need for this? You don't think Iran would as well? The positioning of Trump is really probably something that was coaxed by the Israelis, because when you tell them that they can't use it at all, you're trying your best to force their hand such that you have an excuse to attack them. It's as clear as day. Jay, he writes, if you search preemptive strike on Google News, you can see how far the wording is spread across different news outlets controlling the narrative. Let's take a look. See, that does sound like quite interesting. So I'm going to click share here, and I'm going to type in preemptive strike. I just popped that into Google. I'm going to search for news. And then we see ABC, Israel's, okay, that came up. We see CNN, Israel's preemptive strike. We see this other outlet, preemptive strike. We see Fox, preemptive strike. MSNBC, preemptive strike. Times of India, preemptive strike. Wow, I was right. I was right. Oh, I should enlarge that for you. Yeah. So it's all saying preemptive strike. There you go. It's creating a narrative. It's taking a lie and turning it into the truth by repeating it.
So pretty good breakdown from Marquette, aka the Sinner and the Saint. And yeah, I appreciate him. He's pretty smart, pretty quick-witted, and has a lot of good takes. So y'all go check out his channel, Sinner and the Saint, and or the Saint and the Sinner, excuse me. And yeah, you know, it's like you said, it's all lies. Let's see. Now Trump was at the G7. Let's see. Let's watch this video.
Fox News alert moments ago, Donald Trump taking part in the G7 family photo in Canada, and he took questions. Watch.
President, why are you leaving the G7 early for Washington?
Well, I have to be back. Very important. I want to just thank our great host. He did a fantastic job. Thank you. In Canada. But you probably see what I see, and I have to be back as soon as I can. We're going to have dinner with these wonderful leaders, and then I get on the plane. I have to be back early for obvious reasons. I loved it. I tell you, I loved it. And I think we got a lot done, really a lot done. In fact, UK, we signed a big trade deal today, and we're working on others, but we had just a really great relationship with everybody, and it's really nice. I wish I could stay for tomorrow, but they understand. This is big. This is big stuff. Do you have questions for anybody else?
Have you ever
Well, I'm pleased with what's going on.
Click here to subscribe.
Yeah, he had to rush home because the fucking World War III is about to start. Oh shit.
Trump warning moments ago, and I quote him, everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. As Iran is warning that a ninth wave of attacks against Israel is now underway and will continue until dawn. This is now the fifth night of attacks between the two countries. And just moments ago, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth posting on social media, and I quote, he said, I directed the deployment of additional capabilities to the Middle East region. So what does that mean? Now we know that the U.S. Navy Nimitz carrier strike group is already heading towards the Middle East right now, and more U.S. naval assets capable of defending against ballistic missiles are expected to be moving into the eastern Mediterranean, closer to Israel in these next coming days. The latest Iranian attacks coming after the IDF released these new images of Israel destroying what it says are two Iranian fighter jets. And earlier today, an unbelievable moment unfolded live on Iranian state television. Let me show it to you.
Wow. So I guess if Israel's trying to say we're only going after their military, we're only going after their nuclear, that would be false.
I mean, it's stunning to even watch that. Israel hit the headquarters of Iran state media. Now, the IDF said that this wasn't a mistake. They said it was a precise strike based on intelligence that the building was being used for military purposes.
Oh, sure.
Now, an Iranian source sent me these letters that Iran sent to the Secretary General of the UN and the UN Security Council earlier today, in which Iran demands immediate action following what it calls Israel's, quote, deliberate attacks on Iran's nuclear facilities. And the letter goes on to demand that the UN, quote, hold Israel and its accomplices fully accountable. Now, the accomplices, the use of that word is a very thinly veiled reference to the United States. But while the U.S., of course, backs Israel at this point, clearly the two countries are not entirely on the same page, as sources tell CNN, that President Trump opposed an Israeli plan to assassinate the supreme leader. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu refused to take that option off the table today.
It's not going to escalate the conflict. It's going to end the conflict.
Wow.
Lauren Lieberman is out front in Tel Aviv to begin our coverage. And Oren, what is the latest that you're learning? As we understand it, Iran is saying that missiles will be coming to where you are from now all the way till dawn.
Well, we at least got some sense of that. Just a short while ago, we had to run to the bomb shelter downstairs in the hotel. About 1 hour ago, where we spent 20 minutes there because of warnings of more incoming, including here to Tel Aviv in the heart of Israel. At least according to Israel's emergency responders so far, like Magen David Adom, there were no impacts, so either those missiles were intercepted or weren't able to strike the targets and hit in either.
All right, that's all I wanted to watch from that one. Trump left the G7 early because my friend that's been following this a little bit more closely than I have thinks that Trump, and it didn't look good for him leaving in a hurry, thinks that we're likely to join very, very soon. I think I have one more video I want to pull up. Let me snag it from my messenger real quick, and maybe we'll kind of end the stream off. It's getting kind of late. I got to be up early in the morning for my day job. But hold on. Want to go over this. I think it's a press conference from Bibi, the man with the plan. Oh, he's a pet. He's my favorite pet. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that, but he's one of my more recent rising to the top pets, should I say. So pull that up and let's see. We'll watch that and then maybe we'll get out of here. Let me see it. Let me check the chats real quick too, see if y'all have anything to say. Yeah, y'all get in the chats. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all have any opinions on this, I'm just kind of doing I had some opinions on the protest and kind of changing people's minds earlier in some dialogue, but this is just kind of a research, me catching up on it. Of course, I've heard about it, but I haven't really looked into it too much. But my friend said this was a good video of BB kind of breaking some stuff down, so maybe we'll get some value out of this, and I'll have some things to kind of pick apart and give dialogue on, and then we'll kind of get out of here. But if you're in the chat right now, let me know what y'all think about anything that we've talked about. And if you watch the rebroadcast, don't be afraid to comment. Tell me if I'm stupid, you like what I say, have your own thoughts, anything, any content or dialogue rather on anything we're discussing here. I always appreciate it. And we'll probably watch this video, maybe not all of it, but we'll kind of, rush through this video, or not rush through it, but, kind of skip along, should I say, and we'll kind of see if we can get the highlights, and then we'll kind of get out of here. Because how long we've been going? About an hour. That's good. So, yeah. But like I said, I got to be up early in the morning, so we'll watch this video, kind of give our last thoughts, and then we'll get out of here.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, thank you for action.
Death to exterminate.
And how the operation is going.
Well, we reached the 12th hour, Puria. This criminal regime, the tyrants of Tehran, basically planned 2 weapons of mass death to exterminate Israel. One is to rush forward with their nuclear program to develop atomic bombs to destroy Israel. And second, their program to build a vast ballistic missile arsenal, each missile carrying 1-ton payload at Mach 6, just slamming into our cities, killing our women, our children. They were going to build 20,000 of these. So obviously these are 2 existential risks. We had to act in the nick of time, and we did. But by acting to defend ourselves, we're also acting to defend others in the Middle East, in Iran itself. You know how the people of Iran have suffered under this brutal regime for 46 years. They've impoverished you. They've given you...
How come y'all just now care all of a sudden about freeing them? I mean, come on, dude.
Misery. They've given you death. They've given you terror. They shoot down your women, leaving this brave, unbelievable woman, Mahsa Amini, to bleed on the sidewalk.
Y'all had no problem shooting their news studio with a woman in there, just telling the news. Y'all had no problem shooting that down. Come on, dude.
Not covering her hair. I mean, this is an outrageous, radical, fanatic regime, and the time has come to defang them. And to stand up against evil. That's what we're doing. But in so doing, I think we're also I know we're also standing up for you, for our Arab neighbors.
We don't need y'all to stand up for us. And that's what they keep trying to do, to like draw us in there. Like, Israel, we're standing up for democracy around the world. We're the only thing standing between you and Iran. It's like, don't come at me with that bullshit. That's just straight propaganda to get us to sympathize and be on their side. I'm not buying it. And I don't think a lot of American people are. I don't think we want any part of this war.
people around the world, and indeed, even for the United States, because they're trying to build ballistic missiles that will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States. So everybody is under threat from this criminal regime, and somebody had to act to stop it, and that's what we're doing.
How the operation is going so far, Prime Minister?
It's going brilliantly, Puri. Brilliantly. I mean, I think that our pilots are showing, our pilots, our soldiers, the Mossad, just the IDF is doing unbelievable things with the precision targeting.
I got a little death toll right here, at least according to Google. For Iran, at least 224 people have been killed in Iran since the hostilities began. The number includes 70 women and children. In Israel, 24 people have been killed since the hostilities began. Okay, well, dude, that's 10 times. So who's really the aggressor? I mean, come on, dude. And the other thing about this, I would have to do some research, and maybe that'll come in some subsequent stream later this week. But I've heard from a couple different sources that Israel has nuclear weapons that have been people that are like whistleblowers or like journalists or somebody who has leaked and kind of I forget what the term for that is, but there's people that have leaked that Israel has nuclear weapons, but they're saying they don't. And apparently, not allegedly, but apparently we fund Israel, and we would not fund them all that money if they had nuclear weapons, because they're not supposed to. Again, this is something I've heard. I haven't really done that much research, but that would be real crooked if they're like, Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but we're hiding ours. We really have them, but we're hiding them, but they can't have them. It's like, that's like if, I live in a neighborhood and nobody's supposed to have a gun, but I have a gun that I'm like hiding. And then I'm like, oh, the person next to me, they're building a gun. They're building a gun. They're building a gun. We got to stop them. But like, I have a gun that I'm hiding. It's like, what the hell? It's kind of like the Saint in the Center with the whole AC thing. Like that'd be like if I'm running AC that's hidden, but I don't want my next door neighbor running AC. It's just the hypocrisy is off the charts, and it's sickening.
Knocked out their chief nuclear team. All the leaders knocked out their nuclear sites. We still have a way to go, but
again, all that stuff I was saying, I'm not sure, but that's what I've heard. So research should be done by me, and maybe I will on a stream later on this week, and we'll kind of get into that. So we'll see.
Finish it. We're knocking out their ballistic missile production sites, and we're doing things against the regime itself. But I think you should understand, these dictators in Iran, sure, they fear us, but they fear you, the people of Iran, even more. And your hour of freedom is near. It's happening now. They understand that 80% of the people of Iran despise them. I hear a lot of them. I do these videos that I broadcast to the Iranian people. I tell them how we could offer them help in the water shortage that you have. The regime refuses, of course. We tell them how we could cooperate, these two glorious ancient peoples that have cooperated from the times of Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great freed the Jews. Now it's time for you to be free, and you have that opportunity. The people of Iran,
they're going to free you all right to heaven.
I think have a brilliant future, and our friendship can be restored to what it was and what it should be. This is the time.
Prime Minister, you talked clearly about regime change as a goal to this war. What do you mean?
That'd be like if someone was like, yeah, we're going to kill the United States president because they need a regime change. It'd be like, whoa, daddy, let's let us decide that. How about?
By that? Well, how can you reach this?
I would say the goal is twofold: to remove one existential threat, the atomic threat. The second is the existential threat of thousands and thousands of ballistic missiles. But the consequence could be, the result could be...
We don't want them to have nuclear or missiles. You just want to completely unarm them so they can get fucked in the ass like they already are. It's like, dude, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on over there, but it doesn't seem... I'm not going to believe the news propaganda. I mean, that's definitely what I'm not going to believe.
That the regime will be shattered. Because what do they have? I mean, what do they really have?
So that's a good point. What the fuck do they have? Seems like you're beating someone defenseless with a stick.
Can you please elaborate on that? How do you see this leading to a regime change in Iran?
Look, I think the regime works on terror. You know it. The people in Evan prison.
They know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. That's a Trumpism right there.
Citizens know it. Every Iranian citizen knows it. I mean, we know how they shoot people, how they hang people from cranes, the horrible things that they do. I don't have to tell you. You can tell me. But this is all based...
This is coming from people that believe that Israel is... They're God's chosen people, and they're destined to own all the land, even more than what Israel currently is. They think that land, what's called Greater Israel, which the Saint and the Sinner had broke down in another good video that I saw, and I'm sure plenty of other people have done. But Israel thinks that they're owed more land around there that includes part of Syria and Iran and other little countries all around there. They think they're owed that land and destined to have it, and it's promised to them by God. Now, don't you see how that could be really dangerous if you think you're God's chosen people and a certain area of land is bestowed upon you by God and is destined to be yours, and how that could be a dangerous idea? I mean, that's not a healthy thing. Nobody owns land. Nobody owns anything. Everything belongs to God. So this whole idea that we own this land and God promised it to us and we're God's chosen people, those are all very flawed ideas that you can see when they get in the hands of the wrong people who don't mean well. That can be a very dangerous thing to believe.
On the image of invulnerability, of unmatched power, and we're cutting that power down to size. And I think this will have...
What about your unmatched power? Who's fucking checking you? If you're getting in this battle and we're like the big brother that's behind you and going to support you, which I don't agree with and a lot of people don't, who's going to check us? It's like, dude, this is so effed.
I think that this will have enormous consequences for good in our region, beyond our region, but also in Iran itself. A light has been lit. Carry it to
freedom. Light has been lit, all right.
Freedom. Carry it to freedom. It's up to the people of Iran. And I think you will find the time...
If it's up to them, let them fucking do it. If people get mad enough, we probably outnumber the people in charge 10,000 to 1 or something stupid like that. Like, if we really want to, we can fucking do whatever we want. He says, it's up to the people of Iran. Then why aren't you leaving it up to them? It's just like bullshit. He's just talking out of his ass.
The opportunity, because I think the hour of liberation is clear. Israel is known as the startup nation. It may be known as the... Look
at this greasy smirk he has.
Known as the innovation nation. You will be known as the liberation nation.
Yeah. The reason I ask this, Prime Minister, many say the goal for Israel is
this. 40
years ago, just a few years after the rise of this the Ayatollah regime, I said that the greatest danger facing Israel and the world was a nuclear-armed Iran.
It's funny how the greatest threat to Israel is also the greatest threat of the world. It's funny how those two things go together. It's like, oh, get real, dude.
I've devoted a good part of my life, in fact, most of my life, to preventing that threat from materializing. But in so doing, I think that we're not merely protecting ourselves, we're protecting the rest of the world. We're protecting the forces of civilization against the forces of barbarism.
Oh, yeah, you're like the fucking Avengers.
That have tormented you for so long. And I think this could lead to a cascade. Pouria, I know that many Iranians inside Iran are waiting for this moment. I've received millions of viewers inside Iran for these broadcasts that I just...
That's like someone attacking one of our big cities and be like, yeah, Americans, they've been waiting for this moment. It's like, the fuck?
Millions. And many times with their names, people with their names. They identify themselves. This tells me that there's a great spirit inside the great people of Iran. And I think that the opportunity may be very near.
Okay, let me ask you about one of the main questions people ask. Some U.S. media reports...
I won't get into each one of them, but I can tell you that our goal is, first of all, to free ourselves from the dual annihilationist threat that I described before, the nuclear and the ballistic missile. But also, if we can help you achieve your freedom, that is a noble and worthy cause, because you're a noble and worthy people. And let me tell you, I talked about the torment, the subjugation of the women in Iran. And I know your great slogan, Zan, Zandegi, Azadi. I think that... I think
that says it all.
Well, it does say it all. It's, it's woman.
That means nothing to me.
Life, freedom. Let me tell you about one woman that is fighting now this horrible regime, this criminal regime. It's a woman pilot. She worked in the Prime Minister's office for 2 years. She's now a navigator. About one woman. That is the slogan. Zan, Zandegi, Azadi. I think that... I think
that says it all.
Well, it does say it all. It's, it's woman, life, freedom. Let me tell you...
Woman, life, freedom? What the fuck? Kind of cuck beta bullshit is that? Women's life, freedom. Oh, Bibi, no. Oh, I'm the great freedom. I'm the trade champion. I'm the free trade champion. You're nothing but a coward and a liar, sir.
I'll tell you about one woman that is fighting now.
I've heard enough. I'm just gonna get pissed. Well, let me.
This horrible regime, this criminal regime. It's a woman pilot. She worked in the Prime Minister's office for 2 years. She's now a navigator in one of our planes over the skies of Tehran. Yes, she's targeting those missile sites. She's targeting those nuclear sites. But in a way, she's fighting for Iranian women. She's fighting for all free peoples everywhere. And I think that the sympathy that we have is so strong. You're not our enemy. We're not.
Why should we have sympathy for y'all? Y'all are the aggressors. I think most people can see that. So strange how he's trying to package this.
Not your enemy. We have a common enemy, and we're resolutely fighting them, and I believe you'll have an opportunity.
Shout out Joey Flex in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in and chatting, homie.
To be free soon.
Prime Minister, let me ask again, is Supreme Leader Khamenei still within your targets?
I'm not going to get into specific targets because I'm leaving that open, but I can say that we are doing what we need to do to remove the threat from this dictatorship. And that threat is not merely to us, but to you, to your people. You can tell me about their horrors, their torture, their evil, more than anyone else. And it's important you tell the world, because people think this is another regime. Well, we have a conflict. It's not a conflict. It's not a, when somebody says we're going to destroy you.
It doesn't seem like a conflict. It seems like y'all just fucking them in the ass.
We've learned in our long history that if somebody tells you that, believe them. And if somebody tries to develop them weapons of mass death to carry out their annihilationist program, stop them. That's what we're doing. But in so doing, we're creating an opening for freedom.
It seems like creating the opening for World War III, and nobody wants this. Come on, bro. Nobody wants this.
Liberty and for peace.
Prime Minister.
For liberty and for peace. It's not liberty and peace when you're bombing a news station with a woman in it. It's like, yeah, we're looking out for women and we're looking out for the people that are oppressed and we're freeing the people of Iran. It's like, no, you're not. It's a bunch of horse shit.
Sir, regime is trying to make people believe that Israel is after civilian targets and harming the Iranian people. What is your reaction? And can you please, it's a very good opportunity to clarify right now in this show about this claim by the regime that you are after civilian targets and, civilians in Iran.
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Puria, because it's the very opposite. While the Iranian regime targets our people, they're sending these enormous...
Again, the reported death count, according to Google, is 24 deaths on the Israeli side and 224 on the Iranian side. So it's times 10.
Missiles right into our apartment buildings, into our cities, into our neighborhoods. We're doing the opposite. We're telling the people of Tehran, please vacate the premises because we're going to target those nuclear sites, military sites, ballistic missile sites that are embedded in Tehran.
And my friend that's more tapped into this than I am, he said that's basically like if someone said, evacuate New York because it's going down. They basically told them, evacuate the biggest city and the whole thing because we're going to bomb the fuck out of it. Like, does that sound like what he's saying is accurate compared to, like, come on, bro. Like,
itself. Leave so you're safe. And that's what we're doing. That's the difference. The whole difference is we're very much concerned to protect the people of Iran, and we're doing everything we can to protect civilians. So I think the difference couldn't be clearer, and you can see that by the warnings that we are sending, the 4 warnings that we're sending to the people of Tehran and elsewhere as necessary in order to have the people leave the zone of conflict. That's the whole difference between a terrorist regime that deliberately targets civilians and a democracy like Israel that is fighting a just war with just means, telling civilians, get out of harm's way. And I think it tells you a lot. But what Iran wants to do is not merely to terrorize, they want nuclear terror. We know that they are planning to give their proxies, including the Houthis.
The Saint in the Center was saying, I wonder how many times, and I think I tend to think he's right, and I believe I have seen it, but I'd like to do some research and go back and see how many video clips I can find of them saying this exact thing. Iran's a week away, they're 5 days away, they're a week away, they're a week away, they're a week away. How many times have they been just a week away? It's almost like, hello, like this is a fucking lie. To create urgency, to make it seem like what y'all are doing is okay. They've been a week away for 10 years, it sounds like. Like, again, I need to do research on that. And then what was the other thing I was going to research? I'm going to have to go back and check. But there was a couple things I wanted to research. As far as Israel having nuclear weapons. So how many times have they made the claim that Iran is a week away? And does Israel have nuclear weapons that they're hiding? And is our aid based on or contingent on them not having nuclear power? Those are things I need to research and maybe have kind of a research stream later on in this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe tomorrow. So, before Friday, maybe one of the next 2 or 3 days, kind of have a bit of a research stream and kind of see what's what and kind of what's really going on with this.
Nuclear weapons. This is nuclear terrorism gone amok. This will jeopardize the peace of...
If anyone in the chat has any insight to that or anything, videos I should check out, don't hesitate to throw that in there in the comments and enlighten me a little bit. I'd appreciate it.
Entire world. This is evil against good. And it's time for good people to stand up with the good people of Iran and good people everywhere against this madness foisted on all of us by this radical tyranny.
It's good people don't have to kill other people, though.
To end. It should end, and we will make it end.
Regime, as you know, I live in Israel, and regime is conducting missile attacks. We are seeing missiles coming every night to Israel. If you want to send a message to the leaders of this regime in Iran from this show, what is that message?
Well, I think the message is what we're doing. The message is our brave pilots. The message is the brave people. The brave people of Israel are standing up. They're like, you remember, everybody knows the British people during the Blitz. This is exactly the spirit of the people of Israel. They're strong, they're resolute, they're not vacating cities, they're holding tight because they know.
Because y'all aren't in any real danger, it doesn't seem like.
That we are right. And as far as the
are
regime
right.
in Iran, they fear you, they have reason to fear you because they know that you've unmasked them. They know that they can't cheat.
This guy's so full of shit.
They can cheat on the nuclear program, they can cheat in negotiations, but they can't make you believe their lies. You know they're evil, and they fear you, and they have good reason to fear you. There's a future of hope for us. We will expand the Abraham Accords, and I'll tell you what my dream is. One day to have peace with Iran. One day for you to visit Israel freely, I mean the people of Iran, and
we're going to see, because everyone wants to talk shit on Putin when he wants to take over Ukraine and expand Russia. We're going to see within the next 2 or 3 years if we don't have a fucking nuclear war or World War III breakout, or maybe that will happen and we'll see at the end of that. We're going to see at the end of this if peace is really the goal or if his goal is expanding the borders of Israel, which is what it seems, and if he's the aggressor here. So it's shame on Putin and Russia when they want to be the aggressor and expand, but when it's the same thing with Israel, it's framed in such a way where they're the fucking free world champions and we're standing up for what's right and we're on the good side and going against evil and I'm Bibi Netanyahu, the free trade champion. It's a bunch of bullshit, it sounds like to me.
one day for me and Israelis to visit Iran freely. That will be a new world.
When you own it?
And we're marching to it. In
There's
fact,
been a new world and we're marching toward it. The new world order. I'm surprised he didn't say that.
I think we're moving it that much closer by what we're doing today. My message to the tyrants of Tehran.
My message to you is to go fuck yourself.
Look at what we're doing to you in Tehran. That is our message.
They are seeing what you're doing, and it's terrible. I kind of shorted out on this video. I heard like what the reporter had to say, and I got kind of bored of it. But I want to see Trump say, if he does say clear out, or if they just. Okay, they don't hear him actually say it. Okay, well, let's see. I want to see, let me see real quick. I'm going to check the chats. I want to try to pull up the post that Trump had on Truth Social where he was telling everyone, kind of like just airing threats out there. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, let's see. Should be able to pull it up. I want the whole thing, though. I don't want to drink. I want the whole goddamn bottle. It's a line from a Western movie that's kind of funny. Okay, here we go. Let's see. This is Trump a couple days ago. Just kind of like issuing basically a threat. If you're kind of behind and not up on all of it, here's kind of a, some more news that's privy to, or not privy, but relevant to what's going on and kind of at the beginning of the whole conflict. I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. I told them in the strongest of words, just do it. But no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they just couldn't get it done. I told them it would be much worse than anything they know or anticipated or were told. That the United States makes the best and most lethal military equipment anywhere in the world, by far, and that Israel has a lot of it, with much more to come, and they know how to use it. Certain Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They are all dead now, and it will only get worse. There has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter... But there is still time to make this slaughter, with the already next planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end. So, Bibi, Benjamin Netanyahu, is trying to make it seem like we're only doing tactical stuff that we have to, and we're on the side of good, and all this self-righteous bullshit. But they are all dead now, and it will only get worse. Does that sound like you're only killing who you have to, and this is a side of righteous and stuff? It just sounds like chaos, and like you're just killing what did he say? We make the best military equipment any in the world by far, and Israel has a lot of it, with much more to come, and they know how to use it. They are all dead now, and it will only get worse. There has already been much death and destruction, but there is still time to make to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal. So it doesn't, even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must have a deal before there is nothing left and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire. No more death, no more destruction. Just do it before it's too late. That's like if you kill everybody, like if somebody has their family over to gathering and they have 10 people and you kill 8 people and they're like, all right, it's down to the last 2. I warn you, motherfuckers. It's only going to get worse. It's like, dude, you just, like, I don't know. It's just like this is not the kind of language that makes it seem like you're only doing what you have to, that you're on the side of good, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This makes it seem like the opposite. So, you know, anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think I kind of said everything I had to say. It was kind of funny with some laughs in the beginning with the protest, then the end kind of serious with the war stuff going on. Obviously, World War III is a very serious topic. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all watch the rebroadcast, I'd appreciate any comments. Hate me, like me, disagree, points that I didn't cover or anything of the like. Get in the comments, let me know. If y'all are privy to any of the things that I said I'm going to discuss in the later stream this week, where I kind of do a little research on if Iran has nuclear weapons. What was the other 2 things? Damn, I keep forgetting. What was it? Iran having nuclear or Israel having nuclear weapons, excuse me. What was the other thing? Oh, how long they've been saying that Iran is so close to having nuclear, and if our funding is contingent on Israel not having nuclear weapons, which that should be the easiest thing to find. So I'm going to research those topics and do a stream later this week. If y'all have anything privy to that or any thoughts on anything I covered, love to hear about it in the comments. And like I said earlier, this channel is all about open dialogue and discussion and trying to change people's minds, but I kind of know that's really hard if people are not open-minded. But I'm trying to have an open mind and always find the truth and do it in a loving manner. So if you appreciate what's going on here at the channel, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the chats. And if you find value in it, share it with somebody you know in person, because word of mouth is still the best way to share things that we enjoy in life and get the word out. So I appreciate y'all, and hope everyone's safe and doing good. And, you know, be in favor of the truth and be in favor of love, because although you can't force someone to change their mind, often if you're loving in the purest form and you're there's, I could babble on, but if you're loving, sometimes that affects people even when they don't agree with you. If they see that you're loving and that you're kind, genuinely kind, then that might persuade them maybe to have their mind change. But even if they ever do come to a point where they can have a more open mind and maybe have their mind change, they're going to remember that you were kind to them and loving even when y'all disagreed and even when it was hard to be. So that's something that someone has pointed out to me that works, and I agree. So be in favor of the truth, try to be loving, and appreciate y'all, and everyone be safe. And until next time, I'm LOG from Where There's Smoke. I'm out.